Okay, so we're going to talk about Wistoria, chapter 53. If you don't want spoilers, get out. I don't want to hear you cry. Okay, so we start out chapter 53 with Emma explaining her backstory of Julius and how she has felt about him since the entire incident of her killing him. Explaining in detail exactly what happened during that moment, including the fact that Julius ended up saving her life by casting a spell to pretty much stop the phorophobia. Letting us hear Julius's final words, such as, "It's that no talent's fault, oh my god, Emma, don't be like your brother, don't be like Ian." And then Emma gets up out the hospital bed, realizing that the people who killed Julius are now within the tower, and they have to do everything in her power to pretty much go and get revenge for Julius. We see about the tower's destruction and how devastating the attack from Gothia actually is. Everyone is panicking and trying to get Gothia to stop from getting to the panel of Calcius, because the panel of Calcius allows Gothia to get to the upper towers, and it is the main tower defense system. That's when we find out Charles, one of the main people in Paramount's group that protects the panel of Calcius, is one of Shade's half-human, half-puppets, which is why he ended up stabbing Paramount through the chest. Shade is pretty much bragging about bringing the towers down, and remember, Shade is the one who killed Julius, so that's when Johora and Lunas ends up joining the fight, because they want to get revenge on the people who killed Julius, and Shade's like, "Oh yeah? And who might you two dum-dums be?" And that's when she's like, "Wait, I know who you are. You're the two little rats that hung around that idiot Ice Prince. I take it you're looking for a puppeteer to pull your strings too," basically saying that she is planning on controlling everyone within the tower as one of her puppets, because all it takes is Belladonna to control them. But Will and his group are like, "You're kind of outnumbered here. You're talking all big and bad, but why?" And that's when Shade looks over to one of her Gothia members and is like, "Now, Morta!" Morta ends up unleashing this spell called Silim Mageland, which pretty much, if you don't have a Silim, you are not able to use magic within this land. So since all the people within the tower are mages and can only use magic, they don't really have another form of attack, they now no longer have a way to defend themselves against Shade except Will. But oh buddy, did Shade think of that? She's like, "We have these Walth oozes. These Walth oozes are pretty much gonna walk you fucking down, because Walth oozes can only be killed by magic." And of course, during this time, Emma pulls up behind her and stabs her in the stomach. And she's like, "Emma, darling, what's the matter?" Emma's like, "I'm here to get revenge for Julius." And she's like, "That icy brat died because of you, Emma. You killed him." So of course, at this time, they're going back and forth a little bit, trying to figure out whose fault it actually is. Is it Emma's fault? Is it Shade's fault? Blah, 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 blah. And basically, she's like, "I won't let you stand here and tell me that Julius didn't matter." And of course, in this moment, Shade's like, "Bet. If Julius is such a great person, then he will have no problem coming here and saving you. Oh, dead Julius. Oh, dead Julius. Enough babbling." And that's when she's like, "Your grave's gonna be a lot warmer when you join him." Everyone's in shock. "Emma, no." And then you hear, "Until echoes of the past. Stellia colorless." Of course, this freezes a little bit of Shade's people. It kind of does damage to her. It's not really that big of a deal. But then out pops Julius from under the mask of the person who cast the spell. He said, "You really kicked yourself in the ass practically asking me to show up. Rejoice, peasants. Your hero's back from the dead." You want to know who's not crying? Will and Liliana, because they knew Julius was alive this whole time and was pretty much hiding out in solitude to make Gothia feel more comfortable, because they had a secret weapon. Someone who had the same caliber as Elfera in their hands, and they were going to play that trump card when they fucking needed it. Because every time Will talked about our friends, our great friends who are around, our great friends who are going to do this, he always had a picture of Julius on the screen. And then a couple chapters ago, before Gothia ended up killing them, there was a person who delivered some mail who looked strangely like Julius.